to the Dram Shop, ladies and gentlemen. It's your boy Lolo, whacking my head against this thing.
I'm your boy Spawny.
What's going on, everybody? It is the last day of the groups for the United States, Iran, Wales, and England. We have a big kickoff here. It's anybody's game here. Anyone can advance, technically.
It's win or go home. It's shit or get off the pot. All those things. The pressure is on the United States.
The pressure's on everybody right now because England can't just walk away with this right now.
I think they can. I think they can.
They should. But technically, if Wales put in a shift and Wales can beat them and the United States can win, if they win by enough, blah, 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 probably won't happen. So let's focus on the match that has way more significance, way more importance, and that's Iran. I'm going to stop saying Iran because now it's offensive.
Because Tyler Adams got called out of it.
Tyler Adams got called out.
Tyler Roberts, not Tyler Adams.
Tyler Roberts is Welsh, first of all. So now that we cleared all that up. But a big match, we even see on the television right here where they're asking Tyler Adams all about that. And he says Iran. And he gets called out for saying Iran.
And good on him for apologizing and saying, you know what, I learned something today, and y'all taught me, and I'm gonna say it correctly from here on out. I think that was a really, really great response.
It is.
But Iran went like a step further, and during this press conference, they brought in like the racial card, and they were saying, how can you represent your country when there is so much discrimination toward people of color in your country? And he had very little answer.
Well, I mean, because look, he's sitting here, he's like, I'm going to play football. I'm here to play football. And as much as we want to say, just let the boys play football, it's just football. It's the World Cup. It's not just football. It's the World Cup in Qatar in the winter with all the significance and all the geopolitical politics that are going on with it, where you can't ignore it. And there's a lot of people who are saying, like, for the U.S. to be complaining about atrocities in Qatar, atrocities in Iran, what about the atrocities that your country has done for years and years and years?
Exactly.
Listen,
And there was even the case where Iran wanted the United States to be kicked out of the World Cup because of the change to their flag that was done in protest to what's going on in their country right now.
Yeah, so we can talk about that a lot, but I think that's for a different show. Right now, let's stick with the football. Let's get to the football element of it all. We've got to say what's up to a lot of the Stoop crew members who are in the house already. We have Ben Arizona, we have Jimmy Bremmers Ghost, Evan Macronomical. And Macronomical says Southgate is going very negative against Wales in the other match. That's what I'm talking about. If he goes very negative and they just try to play to not lose to Wales, something weird can happen in that Wales match. Now, they can lose. They can lose by 2. They can lose by 3 and still advance.
Do you really think that England is going to lose to Wales this time around?
I have learned watching England over the past 20 years never to doubt the idiosyncrasies. No.
I'm making up words here.
No, I think that was an actual word. I'm making up weird words. But I've learned never to doubt how stupid England can be and how bad they can fail. So I don't expect it, but I'm just saying something can happen. Now we've got Outta and Dave saying, I'm Welsh, but my girlfriend's in Monroe, New Hampshire, so I'm praying for the impossible. Well, there you go. He's going for Wales and United States advancing through here.
That would absolutely be fantastic. As far as Wales is concerned, I don't see a repeat of what happened in the Euros. And man, I'm just speechless because I'm so nervous about this upcoming match against Iran because they are playing with nothing to lose and everything to gain.
They are literally playing not to lose.
All they have to do is prevent us from advancing, and they have done what they set out to do.
It's pronounced Asa.
Asa.
To prevent Asa from from doing anything. But yes, here's my fear. My fear is an early USA goal. My fear is exactly what happened in the Welsh match, in the match against Wales, is what's going to happen today, where the USA is going to come and ball out for the first half. Iran is going to be in the lowest block you've ever seen, 11 men behind the ball. I think somebody even said that in the comment section here. But my fear is that low block, low block, low block. We score one goal, and then we sit back and go, that's it, boys, we've done it. And then 45, 50 minutes later, Iran gets an equalizer, and the match is over, and the U.S. is sent packing.
I definitely agree with the low block, and I think it's going to be the lowest block we've ever seen. And it's going to be where Iran is going to dare us. You go ahead and score on us. We're going to be happy giving you all the possession in the world, but you go ahead and try and score on us when we have 10 men down low.
Yeah. And yet again, Gareth Northgate, as I'm calling Greg Berhalter, he's like trying his best to be Gareth Southgate. But
is he Gareth Northgate?
Leeds United fans over here, no Brendan Aronson in the starting lineup again.
I think I don't like that.
I don't like that.
I want to give him a chance to start because he's such a dynamic player and he has such movement.
And dynamism. He's a dynamic player. He causes things to happen. And I feel like he frees up Christian Pulisic a little bit to go around and be more forward facing and more proactive and get in the box when Brendan Aronson can cover a lot of ground. And the way that Brendan Aronson plays with Tyler Roberts, they play on a daily basis for Leeds United. I'm wearing the Leeds scarf right here. We got a Leeds fan over here sitting at the table right here. He knows.
So I want to ask, which player on the U.S. national team has the most pressure on them? I think it's Pulisic.
It has to be Pulisic. You don't get called Captain America for that long, and then everybody says it's fine that you don't play for Chelsea all the time. It's fine that you get injured all the time as long as you're good. He's like the anti-Leo Messi, where Messi performs for any club he goes for. He's fantastic, and then he goes to his national team and he's terrible. Pulisic tends to be the other way. Well, we'll see. It's a much different Argentina team than years past. But Christian Pulisic usually shows up for the U.S., and he's been putting in shifts. He really has. My problem is Gareth Northgate, Greg Berhalter, doesn't know who his striker is. And you started Matt Sargent, and then you started the next game, you started Weah. So where's Ferreira? To me, you brought Ferreira. Play Ferreira. Give him a chance. Where's Gio Reyna? Why isn't Gio Reyna in the starting lineup? But to me, Josh Sargent, the only thing that I can say against Ferreira is that he's 5'9". So maybe he's like, we're going to be in a low block. We're going to be sending crosses in. We're going to be getting corner after corner. Have a bigger guy in Josh Sargent there, possibly. But I don't know, man. Just the speed, the pace, the tenacity of a Gio Reyna and a Brendan Aronson. To me, you're lacking a lot of that. That being said, Tim Weah, Musa, those guys have been balling out, and we're going to need even more speed and pace from them. And 90 minutes of it. We don't need 45 minutes of it. To me, if we score a goal early, we need a second goal within 5 minutes of that one. Yeah. That's how I feel. We need to score a goal and then continue scoring goals. We need to play not just to win this match. We need to play like we have a goal differential. We need to play like we need 3 goals.
I think we need to play like we're a threat moving on to the knockout. We need to show the rest of the world that we're not going to be pushovers if we do indeed advance.
Now, I know you don't want to put the cart before the horse, but if the U.S. were to advance and if England were to do their job against Wales, we know that we would be going to play Netherlands. I feel that that's a good matchup. But we need to put in that shift today and show them that it is going to be a good matchup.
Exactly. We have to take care of business right now, today.
Now, I want to ask a question to anybody over here in our audience at Dram Shop. Would anybody like to give their prediction or their score prediction? We've got giveaways. We've got jerseys. We've got
We got stuff.
we have free drink tokens. If anybody would like to come up and give their thoughts on their predictions, we would love to give you some of this free stuff. Just come on up here, especially if you're a Leeds United fan. Let's get that Leeds United fan up here. Him right there. Right there. Let's get you up
Come
here.
on,
Okay,
Leeds.
come here.
Starting Leeds. Come on.
I want to hear why Brendan Aronson isn't starting.
Well, I don't know. I'm from home, I can't tell you. All my family's from Leeds.
All your family's from Leeds. Well, we were at Scarborough Taps not too long ago. Do you know Scarborough Taps?
Stop.
You don't? Right by the train station there.
I know Scarborough.
Scarborough. Yeah, Scarborough Taps. It's a bar.
Oh, in Scarborough?
Yes, it is a bar.
In Leeds. In Leeds. We went there before we went to Ellen Road, and then we went there after Ellen Road. But
All you Leeds fans watching know exactly what we're
they
talking
know
about.
exactly what we're talking about. Anyway, let's get to it. So, Mark, what is your score prediction for today?
Man, I've been going against the grain all tournament long.
You said Cameroon was going to advance.
And did they?
They did not.
Well, then I guess I was wrong. So I'm very, very happy to be wrong. Unfortunately, I don't have a good feeling about this. I'm not feeling as good as the pundits are on TV and on the radio and on the streets. I smell a draw. I think Iran is just going to sit back and they're going to dare us to beat them. And we don't score. We don't score. So I'm going to spoil the party. I think it's going to be 0-0.
Oh, boo. Boo this man. Boo this man.
Give me the booze. I've been getting them all week. But I've been right so far.
See, Gary says, Lolo, pull him before he says it. Pull him.
Shut up, Gary.
So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with what I said was gonna happen. I think there's gonna be a first half goal from the United States, and I feel like then Iran is gonna have to go for it, and they may get something back. And I feel they may find a leveler, and it'll be 1-1 for a while. But I do feel that the USA will pull through, and it's going to be a 2-1 victory.
Man,
for the United
I hope you're right. I hope you're right. I just don't know where, because I haven't seen it so far. I don't know where the goals come from.
Listen, Pulisic has hit the post. Weston McKennie has hit the post. I think today it's a little sharper, a little crisper, and they go in.
Man, I hope you're right.
That's what I'm saying. And then Wales is going to win 4-0 against England in advance.
I'm sorry, but I just don't see England losing the Wales this time around.
Probably
I mean,
not.
Wales had their moment in the Euros. It's not going to continue. I see England taking them to task.
Oh, man.
And with Jesus with a brace.
Cameroon can go through if they beat Brazil. So,
Okay, well, I'm still standing.
So good luck with that. Macronomical says if Iran get a draw, Canada will declare a national holiday for the Americans being out. Don't talk to us about that. Canada was out in day 2, all right? At least we made it to day 3. At least our final match matters, okay? Don't talk to me about that.
Canada played a great first 10 minutes.
Canada is the best looking team to not need to play their third match because they're already going home. So I don't know. Canada needs a few other players besides Alphonse Davies.
Oh my God, he's good.
That dude's a baller.
He would look good in black and yellow.
In black and yellow.
You know what I'm saying.
Oh, for Wolves? He plays for Bayern Munich, first of all, so I don't think he's going to go to
not
Wolves
going,
for any
He's not
reason.
going anywhere anytime soon.
See, I had to go black and yellow. Who's he playing for? The Steelers? Jesus.
Black and yellow.
Oh, get off of that. Get off of that. Let's get some of the other predictions in the house. Who do we have here? Mr. Tom, Qatar. Oh. Qatar, 1 goal scored, 7 conceded, 0 points. They were very generous hosts. Yes, indeed. Danny Lewis says Netherlands are beatable. You got a good chance of making it to the last 8. Let's just put an asterisk there. If you beat Iran.
We have to beat Iran.
If you beat Iran. So we are about 15 minutes away from the kickoff. So, Mark, you want to sign off from here, or you got more you want to talk about?
I think we've said it all. We just need the U.S. to do the rest of the talking for us.
All right. Do we have any score predictions over here? Do you guys have anything? Score predictions?
We got a 2-0.
2-0 again.
We got
1-1.
So he agrees. He thinks this is going to be a draw.
Okay, but
How about
who's
you
going to
over
get
there in
one
the
and
corner?
who's going to get one?
1-2, which
USC. He's with me. He's with
How
me.
about you? 2-1 US.
See? How come you guys weren't cheering when I said 2-1 then? Come on. He
How
said
about our Leeds United
0-0.
fan? What's your score prediction over there? US
3-1. 3-1 from the Leeds United fan over there. Mr. Tom says 7-7. Jeez.
5-1.
5-1.
Holy cow! If we score 5, I'm buying you a drink.
And Wales win 3-0, he says. Okay, I'm going with 4-0 for Wales. I put $1 on it. I think I win like $300 if it happens. So we'll see. Terrible bets there. All right, Mr. 5-1. Who scores the goals? Who scores the goals? If we're scoring 5, who gets those? Hat-trick for Pulisic. Super sub Brendan Aronson gets on and gets one. And Weah.
So if Pulisic gets a hat trick, does that puts him tied for the lead?
I believe so. It puts him with Valencia. Tied with 3.
But they're out now, so.
Well, if nobody else scores a bunch, but I mean the way Bruno Fernandes is playing,
Mbappe is
Mbappe's got something to say to that. And the only thing that stops Bruno Fernandes from being in the Golden Boot race is if Ronaldo continues to try to steal his goals. Because that was nonsense. I'm sorry. If you jump up in the air and you know your hair barely touched it, to me, be the bigger man and point to Bruno Fernandes and say, you. And if they want to give you the goal because technically it touched you, then you look like the better man. But no, now he looks like what everybody says he is.
No, I totally agree. And if the goal is given, because I hear that there's like some protest from the Portugal Federation
From Ronaldo fans.
That Ronaldo should have gotten the goal. If that's the case, that makes Ronaldo's hair the 23rd best player in the world.
Yeah. I mean, his hair has more goals than most teams right now, I think. Look at that. That scarf looks good on you, Lolo. Yeah, I support Leeds.
It looks good on him in October as well.
It suits me. When I was at Ellen Road, we got this guy. This is actually John's scarf. I still just haven't given it to him because I had, as much as we see him on camera, I don't see him as much with the cold weather. He's a little fragile. So
Striker's always, you know what? No, that's Bruno's first World Cup goal. Give it to Bruno.
And it was a beautiful curling.
It was a lovely.
To me, it was like Jordan Ayew's. Jordan Ayew had a similar one.
Absolutely.
But yeah, the other guy did.
Now, I've got a red card, so I'm no longer eligible for the next show.
I don't know who got that. I might have got that for not hitting the scarf. Anyway, yeah.
Lolo.
For getting it all dirty. Well, that being said, guys, we're going to go ahead and sign off. We're going to kick the pre-show on. Don't forget, we're going to have U.S. men's national team right here versus Iran.
Some other teams over there.
Every other TV is going to have the angry UK infighting going on the other televisions, where we'll watch Wales win 4-0 against Gareth Southgate.
So before we sign up, let's get the crowd going. Let's hear it.
Let's hear it for USA.
USA. Come on.
USA.
Let's hear it.
USA. USA. Let's go. Thank you, John. We'll see you guys at halftime.